welcome back to Indigo Smokes Tarot. I'm Alexis. For the channel, I go by Indigo, of course. This isn't a tarot video. This is more of a astrology, spiritual update. So sometimes I will mention, certain things that are going on astrologically. Like when I read cards, I feel like tarot and astrology, they go very much hand in hand. And as far as astrology goes, it's something that I've always liked, I've always been fascinated with, and I've kind of been studying it on and off since I was a child, and now I am studying to do it on a more professional level. But as of right now, the way that I'm able to explain things as far as astrology is I can explain the basic things, alright, but the more detailed things I need a little help. So I did write down some notes for what I will be talking about, so if you see my eyes, stop looking at the cameras because I'm looking at those notes, okay? This particular information that I'll be talking about in this video, I found it from another YouTuber who is an astrologer that I like. So for more details, I will leave the link in the description box if you want to know more about it. But what I'm trying to do is just give you the summarized version of it, okay? One that is easy to understand. So hopefully this goes well, alright? So as I've mentioned in a few of the tarot videos, we've gone through a lot of retrogrades, a lot of new moons, a lot of super moons. We have gone through a lot just as far as astrology is concerned, okay? And why this is pretty much for half, if not most of the year, we've been going through some kind of retrograde. And that is because on a collective level, we are healing and gaining closure and releasing the burdens and the baggage of the past. We are very quickly, we're being accelerated and pushed to come out of the old, to come out of the things that are not working, to come out of the things that are not good for us anymore, to come out of the things that don't make us happy. Like I said, the things that we've outgrown. That's why we've gone through so many crazy shifts this year, all right? And the particular place I'm going to be talking about in this little summarization is Saturn, Pluto, the zodiac sign Pisces as well. And it's a word that not many people will know, but galactic center. That is a very major key point in why all of this is happening, as far as astrology is concerned, okay? Like I said, we have been in this particular energy cycle of purging, healing, and releasing and gaining closure since the beginning of the year. Alright, I think it officially started like late February, early March. So, anyways, I'm going to start looking at my notes now. So, I want to start off with just giving a very quick explanation of Saturn and Pluto. Saturn is the planet of karma, of discipline, responsibility, restrictions, limitations, long-term results, hard work, structure, order, all of those things. It's the father figure or the grandfather of the zodiac, the disciplinarian, the one that makes sure that everything goes according to a particular plan. Without Saturn, we would not have a lot of structure. Without that Saturn energy, even in our physical, tangible reality, like Saturn would govern the government. Anything that is of a high hierarchy, it's like it rules positions of power and structure and order. So anything in the physical world that you feel like is very limiting or restricting, laws, regulations, that's that Saturn energy. All right, so kind of how the law is indifferent towards the gray areas of life. That's Saturn. All right, Saturn makes you learn your lessons. You can learn the hard way, you can learn the easy way, but Saturn makes you deal with the consequences of your actions, and it forces you to basically get your shit together. And I feel like that's what's being forced on everybody collectively. Alright, so that's Saturn. Now as far as Pluto, Pluto is the governor or the co-ruler of Scorpio. Alright, Pluto is about death and destruction and transformation and regeneration and rebirth, and taking out the old and the outdated and destroying it and turning it into something new and beautiful and something that works. Think of it as like the phoenix, it burns but it rises from the ashes. That's Plutonic energy, all right? it comes through, and whatever illusions, whatever it is you're trying to avoid, that intensity, that transformation energy, it eradicates everything that's not working, and it forces you to evolve. Basically, Pluto, it destroys and it transforms everything that it touches. All right, and these particular energies have been very, very heavy this entire year. All right, now late February, early March, I believe, somewhere around March 6th, there was a new moon in Pisces, and as a lot of new moons do, this new moon in Pisces back in March, it opened up an energetic portal of sorts. All right, that is the nature of new moons. New moons are all about ushering in the new, you know, getting ready for all of the things that you want to come into your life. That's the energy of it. All right, but it's like the energy of planting seeds, so that, you know, by that full moon time, things are ready to bloom, they're ready to be birthed. All right, but sorry, my voice is like been going in and out. I don't know why, so just work with me here. But anyways, so the new moon in Pisces, March 6th, that opened up an energetic portal. All right, the portal has not closed yet. All right, so this particular new moon in Pisces in March, it was special regarding endings and learning major lessons, because Pisces is the 12th and the last of the zodiac signs. Essentially, Pisces is the end. All right, it's the end of that whole 12 sign cycle, that energy cycle. It's the ending of that. So that's why that new moon was so significant, because it was basically the beginning of the end of a cycle that we're collectively going through. All right, and on September 14th, there is a full moon in Pisces, which ends the portal that opened and began back in March 6th. And shortly after September 14th, on September 19th, Saturn is going to go direct. And what this will do is basically it seals a timeline. It seals a particular cycle that we've been going through. It's like the door is energetically closing on certain things, and we won't be able to go back to the old. All right, that's intentionally done as far as, you know, astrology is concerned. It's trying to seal out everything that's old and outdated and not working, because collectively we are ascending and we are going towards lighter energy, better energy, things that are more in alignment for us. So the energy on September 14th as well as September 19th, it'll feel different for everybody. But what this video is about is that this is about decisions, you know, because everybody has free will. You know, you can choose to, you know, like I said, you can go the easy way and just go with the flow. Go with what is working for you, where you're being led to go, what makes you happy, what makes you feel in alignment, those things. Or you can cling to the old and the things that aren't working and aren't fulfilling for you anymore. You do have free will. So with this whole timeline and this shift and all of these energies that are happening on a collective level, everyone is having a decision to make. Many will find themselves on a new path if they make the right decision. So I think it started on August 12th and ending on September 19th, when the timeline officially seals off and it closes. People have a decision to make before September 19th of where they want to be in life. Okay, because once Saturn goes direct, that energy, I want to say for the next 12 years, it's going to continue to give you the energy that you chose up until and on September 19th. All right, so what this means is that if you choose the path that is right for you and in alignment for you and where you're most likely being led to go, you'll find yourself on a new path or with a new mindset, with a new lease on life. You'll find yourself experiencing a lot of happiness and abundance and things of that nature. Friends who maybe you used to be close to in the past, you may or may not be close with them anymore. Friends who are still with you for another phase of your life, they're most likely not going anywhere. All right, this will be the time around September 19th where you'll notice which energy did you choose, which path did you choose. Did you choose the one that's going to bring you more happiness, or did you choose the one that's going to keep you in an old cycle that is not working for you and doesn't bring you any fulfillment? That is, you're basically at a crossroads, a fork in the road. Are you going to choose the new, or are you going to cling to the old, even though it's not working, it's not bringing you happiness? All right. So the particular astrologer that I got this information from, I'm going to start reading from her notes now, because she gives the right example so that you can understand the nature of the decisions that we'll be making on a collective level between the old and the new. All right. So we basically have until September 19th, all right, to make this decision before we will see the results of what we chose. So, like I said, friends who you may have been close to in the past, you may not be close to them anymore. Friends who are still with you after this time, they'll be with you for a while. And like I said, you'll notice what you chose, right? Because you'll feel it. So if you went back to something that was failing, whether it was an idea or a job or a relationship or whatever it was, that is the energetic cycle that you'll repeat for the next 12 years at minimum. Like I said, because Saturn is going direct on September 19th. And Saturn, like I said, it's a long term. It forces you to deal with the consequences of your action. It's the planet of karma. All right, so you're choosing your karma. Are you going to choose difficult shit, or are you going to choose karmic rewards, you know? So if you went back to a failing relationship, an idea, or a job, or whatever, that is the energetic cycle of unhappiness or unfulfillment or failure that you'll be faced with in various forms for the next 12-year cycle, because that is what you chose energetically, okay? Let me see. This is directly from her blog, okay? Discarding people who entered your life to support and love you, those people will find people who truly appreciate them and what they have to offer. And the love that you once felt with a particular person or group will feel taken advantage of or manipulated, and the abundance that you thought would be there forever will disappear. People will no longer tolerate being an option or being hidden, because those days are over. We're going into a new paradigm, all right? So, yeah, if you discarded people or situations that were really beneficial for you and loving and supportive towards you for the old, for the things that weren't working, for the things that were failing, you're basically energetically saying, I don't want good things. And so for the next 12 years, your karma is that you won't have that lasting longevity or happiness, because that's not what you chose. However, on a lighter note, if you embraced your trueness, your path, things that are in alignment with you, if you embrace commitment and loyalty and diligence and following the rules in a Saturn sense, then when Saturn goes direct, he will support you through the unconditional love and the energy, because he'll be sextiled with Pisces, all right? And Pisces is all about unconditional love and support. So, give me 1 minute. Hi, welcome back again. Sorry about that. This will have to just be a 2-part video. Had to answer the door, had an Amazon package. But anyways, where was I? Right. I'm just going to start off where I left. Give me 1 minute. So, timeline shift. By September 19th, you'll see what you chose. So if you embrace the energy of, following your truth, following the things that make you happy, following where you are embraced and where there's commitment and loyalty and diligence, and following the rules in a Saturn aspect, then when Saturn goes direct, that energy, along with the Pisces energy that he'll be sextiled with as far as astrology is concerned, that will support you, and it will bring you more unconditional love and abundance and commitment and loyalty. All right, so basically, if you choose love, you'll get more love, and if you choose order and rule, you'll be met with compliance and ease. If you choose courage of self and fairness to all, not just to some or just to you, then you'll be met with victory. However, and like I said, I'm reading from the astrologer who I got this information from. It says, however, interestingly enough, it won't really feel like anything is happening. It'll feel like the same old, chaos over here, partnership over there, what's the big deal? Well, on October 4th, 2019, Pluto goes direct. And like I said previously, the planet of destruction and death and rebirth and everything that is intense about life, that phoenix energy where it dies and then it comes back from the ashes, that's Pluto. All right, and that energy goes direct on October 4th. And I'm trying to summarize all this because there's a lot of other information. So with this planet going direct, there is a massive upheaval that happens on or around this day, and it can come out of the blue. This is the first hit. This is when you will look back and see you are in the timeline that you actually selected, whether that is good or bad. This is where chickens come home to roost. Like I said, you see which energy you chose. Are you getting more peace and happiness and love and support, or are you getting more chaos and unhappiness? Alright, I'm not going to read all of that. That's too much. Okay, so there's a lot of everything astrologically connects. There's no real separation. All of the planets kind of operate on one accord. So there's a lot of, looking back on things that happened in past months, because there were things that were happening astrologically that are still affecting us right now and moving forward. So once again, from her blog, it says, if you discovered great love, great kindness, great support when you broke away from dysfunction, the universe handed you a great gift, but you were being tested on your commitment to your decision when planets went retrograde. If you decided to go back to a failed endeavor that you have tried many times, but it never resulted in happiness. To note, this had everything to do with status, career, reputation. If you sacrificed your truth, true love, your true path, to keep up with the Joneses, or to go back to something that wasn't working for you, you will search for that fulfillment and that love and just that overall sense of happiness and inner alignment. You'll be searching for that for the next 12 years, because that's not what you chose. So for others, if you choose love over ego, you will feel as though you slayed one of your biggest personal vicious dragons of all time. You will feel this without question. All right. So you will see which timeline you're in. Once again, going through all these notes, she puts a lot of different details in here that most people probably won't even understand. Okay. So this is what to watch out for. Watch out for judging a book by its cover, or how much influence or money it has. Watch out for keeping up with the Joneses. Watch out for being more worried about your reputation than your happiness. Watch out for going along with the crowd because either you don't know what you want or you want to stay safe. And watch out for going back to something that has failed several times and trying to fix it. What you decide finally, and many of us before or by September 19th, will determine the timeline and the energy cycle that we'll be in individually for the next 12 years. So are you going to choose love or failure, support or vampirism? Are you going to choose pain or joy, truth or lies? All right, that is essentially what this is about. Okay, so recap, September 19th. If you have been in mental conflict about something, if you've been indecisive, if you have been playing it safe, trying to avoid making certain decisions, if you've been, stuck in a cycle at work or on a creative project or in a relationship, whether it's family, platonic, romantic, if there is anything that is not bringing you happiness and you need to make a decision about whether or not you want to keep it, go towards what makes you happy. All right. Saturn is a very heavy energy, all right, and it makes you feel it. So for better or for worse, when Saturn goes direct, you will feel the weight of whatever decisions you made and whatever energy you chose. So, stay in your truth. Do what makes you happy. Go towards the new. Go towards things that will actually work out for you, okay? If something has been old and it's played out and it's never worked and it's always failed, that's most likely what it's going to continue to do. So make the decisions that you need to make for your long-term happiness, Anyways, I just wanted to share this. I thought it was a gem of sorts. It definitely explains everything that we've been going through this entire year. So I hope that whoever watches this, you get some kind of confirmation as well as insight, and I hope that you make the decision that is right for you. And if you have any questions, you can ask me. If I don't know the answers, I will figure it out, or I will direct you to a source that will help you get your questions answered. So I give this message with love. I'm just passing it along. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too rambly for you, and I hope that I was able to make it all make sense, and I hope it wasn't too intimidating. But this is significant because, like I said, we're going into very new energy. I can't remember what's happening in January 2020, but that's something significant too. So everything is building upon the last, upon the last, upon the last. All right, so make sure that as all these changes are happening, that at least in your heart, like, okay, so for example, say that you know that you want to leave a situation, but for whatever reason physically you can't. As long as you decide in your heart, in your mind, that you're gonna go towards your truth, towards what makes you happy, then that's fine. All right, it's when you decide to stay stuck or indecisive, or decide to play it safe, that you'll get stuck in that cycle. But as long as in your heart and in your mind you know that you're going towards the new, and you're going towards your truth and love and happiness, then that is what you will get. All right, so for those people who may be stuck in living situations or jobs that they can't immediately get out of by September 19th, as long as you have the intention set within you that you are going to break away from it, then that works as well. All right, so anyways, once again, I hope this was good information for you. I hope that you make the decisions that will benefit you in the long run, and I hope your karma is wonderful. All right, so until the next video, I'll be bringing out the September videos for tarot readings pretty soon, so stay tuned, and thank you for watching.